Hello, welcome to the very first news bulletin of the year 2016 from the Vietnam News Agency. I'm Bảo Ngọc, and here are the headlines.
Party leaders visit Capitol High Command. Vietnam greets first foreign tourists on New Year's Day. A busy new year for major posts.
Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng has visited the Hanoi High Command on the first day of the new year 2016. Defense Minister General Phùng Quang Thanh, Secretary of Hanoi High Command Phạm Quang Nghị, and General Ngô Xuân Lịch also present at the meeting. More details in the following report. Informing the party chief of the High Command's performance, Major General Commander Nguyễn Doãn Anh said the Hanoi High Command has proactively advised local authorities on the implementation of defense military missions, maintained combat readiness, and had a firm grasp of the local situation. The unit has coordinated with other forces to ensure the absolute safety of key political events and major anniversaries, as well as national security, social order and safety, and defense mission implementation, the Major General noted. Applauding the High Command's high achievements, Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng, who is also the Secretary of the Central Military Commission, underlined that a number of important events are on the horizon, such as the 12th National Party Congress and the National Assembly and People's Council deputy elections. He asked officers and soldiers of Hanoi's armed forces to be fully aware of the significance of national protection, completely comply with the command of the Central Military Commission and the Ministry of National Defense, thus safeguarding people's life and contributing to national development, he stressed. Hundreds of foreign tourists have arrived in Vietnam on the first day of the new year 2016, promising a busy season for the tourism industry in the year of the monkey. A couple from France, Mrs. Florence Bernard and Mr. Bruce Bernard, have become the first foreign visitors to come to Hanoi in the year 2016. At the welcome ceremony in the Thăng Long Imperial Citadel on January the 1st, the French couple said they're very proud and happy to be the first visitors to the capital city of Hanoi in 2016. Hanoi's first foreign tourists will begin their 15-day travel to visit popular Vietnam's tourist destinations such as Hanoi, Ninh Bình, Quảng Ninh, Huế, and Hội An Ancient Town. Also on the first day of the new year, the central coastal city of Da Nang welcomed the first 180 foreign visitors. The tourists are scheduled to visit attractions such as Ba Na Hill, Sơn Trà Peninsula, Ngũ Hành Sơn, Marble Mountains, and Cha Museum. In 2016, Da Nang aims to welcome over 5.1 million visitors, including 1.32 million from abroad, to gross about $616 million in revenue. On the outset of January the 1st, the southern hub of Ho Chi Minh City welcomed the first international delegation of over 500 visitors from Japan and China's Taiwan. Ho Chi Minh City greeted nearly 4.6 million international vacationers in 2015, a year-on-year increase of 4.6%. In 2016, the southern hub expects to welcome 5.1 million foreign tourists and 21.8 domestic ones. On the first day of 2016, many major ports are busy with receiving cargo ships, a signal positive news for marine port and service industry. More details in the following report. Cái Lên Port in the northeastern province of Quảng Ninh received 7 vessels and handled approximately 260,000 tons of goods in total on the first day of the year. 5 ships carrying about 150,000 tons of commodities were unloaded, while 50,000 tons of maize and 6,200 tons of ore shipped from Liberia and Hong Kong were handled. In the neighboring city of Hai Phong, The first batch of iron and steel, over 22,200 tons in weight, was unloaded from Hong Kong's Sin Kwang vessel. Last year, the port unloaded 32 tons of goods, earning more than $111 million in revenue. It expects to handle more than 35 tons of goods for revenues of $120 million in 2016. Meanwhile, 9 ships landed at Da Nang port in the center city of Da Nang the same day, including the container ship, a Maersk line from Singapore. In 2015, Da Nang port handled 6.4 tons of goods, up 6.5% year-on-year. It also welcomed 52,000 visitors and crews from 58 cruise ships. And now let's review the 10 most outstanding domestic events of Vietnam in 2015, selected by VNA News Agency.
Party congresses at all levels across the country reaped success, setting out orientations, missions, and measures for socio-economic development and electing party committees for the 2015 to 2020 tenure. They were an important prerequisite for the successful organization of the 12th National Party Congress.
Amid global economic hardships, Vietnam's GDP growth rate exceeded 6.6%, the fastest pace for the last 5 years and higher than the 6.2% target set by the National Assembly. Inflation was controlled at a low level, while overall social welfare has been ensured.
Vietnam observed a number of major anniversaries in 2015, such as the 85th founding anniversary of the Communist Party of Vietnam, the 125th birth anniversary of late President Ho Chi Minh, 70 years of the August Revolution and National Day, and 40 years of the South Liberation and National Reunification.
With the Hanoi Declaration, the Sustainable Development Goals turning words into action, the 132nd Assembly of the Inter-Parliamentary Union, hosted by Vietnam for the first time, reflected the active role and responsibility of the IPU's member parliaments.
Vietnam completed negotiations on 4 free trade agreements with the Eurasian Economic Union, the European Union, the Republic of Korea, and members of the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement. The ASEAN Economic Community is especially expected to create more opportunities for Vietnam to intensively integrate into the regional and global economies.
The completion of a number of major transport projects in 2015, including National Road 1's upgraded section from Thanh Hóa Province to Cần Thơ City, the Ho Chi Minh City Long Thành Dầu Dây Highway, Ho Chi Minh Roads section through the Central Highlands, and the Hanoi Hải Phòng and Nội Bài Lào Cai highways created breakthroughs in the country's infrastructure development.
With the goal of fundamentally and comprehensively renovating education and training, a national high school examination was held for the first time, combining the high school graduation and university entrance examinations.
Judicial reforms made progress in 2015 as seen in lawmaking, the reshuffle of judicial and judicial support agencies along the direction of enhancing the effectiveness of prevention of law violations and unjust judgment while increasing the protection of human rights.
Vietnam maintained its place among the top 3 countries in the Southeast Asian Games, with 73 gold medals at the 28th SEA Games, with 85% of the golds coming from Olympic sports. A number of excellent young sportspersons also emerged in 2015, including swimmer Nguyễn Thị Ánh Viên, who won the biggest number of individual gold medals at the SEA Games since 1977.
Activities marking the 250th birth anniversary of great poet Nguyễn Du. The anniversary was a major cultural event of Vietnam with a series of activities nationwide, peaking with a grand ceremony on December 5th in Hà Tĩnh Province, Nguyễn Du's hometown.
Saxophone performances have long been considered an essential ingredient to life, especially at major Catholic events in the Red River Delta province of Nam Định. Now let's join us to visit Nghĩa Hưng district, which is home to famed saxophone players in the province.
Trần Văn Hậu is a genuine farmer, but to local people in Nghĩa Hưng district, he is also the leader of a saxophone troupe of the Quần Lạc parish, with over 60 members. Hậu has never attended any music class, but his expertise with the saxophone is astounding. His rough and callous fingers, used to work on the field every day, become supple when he plays the saxophone.
As a leader, I usually recruit people with a passion for the art and teach them basic skills. Slowly with practice, they will begin to understand the instrument. A hymn mostly has a soft melody, while choral music has a more cheerful and celebratory feel.
His wife, Nguyễn Thị Lĩnh, is also a saxophone player in the troupe. She can't remember her first day in the troupe, but she has kept in mind the hardship of learning to play the saxophone. Sometimes she even intended to quit.
When I first started, it was incredibly difficult to learn playing the saxophone. I would often tell the teacher that I might give up. After a lot of determination and hard work, I have come far.
Currently, Nam Định province has over 200 saxophone troupes. In particular, all communes in coastal districts like Hải Hậu, Nghĩa Hưng, and Giao Thủy have one saxophone troupe. All of the members are farmers, yet as they perform, they convey in depth the emotion of the church hymns.
Chúng tôi là người Công giáo.
As farmers, we are always busy in the year and months, but we will spend time practicing. Coming from a disadvantaged area, we can't compete with professional troops, but we always have each other to learn and become better, not only with our music, but with our life.
Để mà phục vụ cái thanh lễ cho nó thật là tốt.
A saxophone troupe is one of many groups that have connected religion to the community. They have enriched our practice with beautiful hymn performances.
Such performances have become an essential cultural activity of Catholics in Nam Định province. Music brings the locals closer and help them forget the hardship of their daily life, contributing to the homeland's prosperity.
And that has come to the end of our first bulletin of the year. May the new year bring you health, happiness, and prosperity. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye for now.